What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. How to draw a zombie from the Minecraft movie, the new Minecraft movie. So this is kind of like the realistic sort of zombie. Landscape page, use a pencil, use an eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. So they give them kind of realistic eyes, but I might do sort of those more like traditional Minecraft. We'll see how we go. So center point of my page is here, come up over to the right and we're going to start with a frown. And it's kind of like flat sort of. Right, there is kind of like wrinkles and frowns and stuff all on his head here. So this eye is kind of like a box, right? And more of a box than maybe even the movie, but I wanted to be kind of dark in here, and then you could see maybe a little glow of his eye kind of. So this is kind of like the small eye, and then his small sort of iris is like there. So I'm going to color around this. I'm going to color all in here black. You could go dark gray if you wanted, but I think it'd be better like just all shadowed up. Now the other one's kind of more open, right? So we'll do a frown. Again, and like another little frown line just to balance everything there. And then we'll go sort of square down again. And this side is kind of more open again here. And we'll do like those wrinkles around his eye as well. I'm going to give him like a realistic eye drawn in there, but I'm going to go for just a simpler style. Just kind of more dramatic shadow maybe. Right, so we'll get his nose in. Flat zombie nose. So it's kind of like a flat line across here. And then it goes down this way. And then it kind of goes back up. I'll let it spike up the middle as well. And then black inside. And then maybe like just a little bump around. Like that. So his mouth is real big, got some teeth in there, lips and everything. So we go, it's like real wide. It starts like underneath the middle of his eye even. So we'll go like this way. All the way down. So it kind of looks like his mouth is closed, right? But we'll open it up by giving him a bottom lip. And then we'll put some teeth. Kind of two down the bottom here as well. And then again, I'll just go black all around these. Now, so he's got like some face lines that come down this way. And maybe a bit of a bottom lip. And we could give him a top lip as well, maybe. Just like, sort of like that, maybe. And then a chin, kind of a flat sort of chin there. And it kind of comes out to like his square, bumpy sort of jaws, right? Creepy. Right, and then he's got like high cheekbones here. And then we join that to the bottom of his face. And we go up to the square part of his head up here. He's got like hair sort of coming in onto his head then up here. It's kind of flat on top. Probably about there. So we can see his ears, bit of hair, maybe like a bit of a sideburn or something. So his ears here. Here on this side. And some ear lines inside. Easiest way, letter J for the ears. We got sort of like his temple on the side of his head. And then a couple of hair spikes here, just sticking down onto his head. Right, and then basically the zigzag line coming across the top here. Maybe do some more of these forehead sort of wrinkle lines. And then the rest of his hair, so very sort of small, zigzaggy sort of hair spikes kind of sticking up here. Down like so. This is all hair. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so they always walk with their hands out, so we got to do that. So we'll put, one hand there, and then we'll kind of join it. Maybe we'll get his sort of neckline in first, kind of high up on his jaw here, right? So kind of like his back or his shoulders there, right? And this kind of goes into where his hands are. And his shirt is kind of ripped here. Maybe some neck muscles just in there. A bit of a collar. And then some tears and stuff. Okay, so we got to do those hands now, right? So, and they're real blocky sort of square fingers. So, let's just do this. We'll go down for his index finger on this side, and it joins his thumb. So it's a bumpy, this is where the index finger joins. And then it's got a square right on top of his finger there. And then these bump kind of like normal fingers a bit. But again, kind of like more square, blocky sort of coming down like that. And then the thumb. Comes around here with a little sort of block on that side. then it kind of joins the base of the palm of his hand here somewhere. And there's a bit of a thumbnail drawn in. Okay, so I think like the palm of his hand then, so the thumb goes in on the skin, so the palm of the hand is like here. And then two more fingers sticking out, so we'll go up this way, and then a bit of a little box on the end of this finger. And then we got these wrinkles kind of curving up. The fingers sticking out. Coming towards us, and like the palm of his hand there. And then his little finger goes down this way. Getting kind of like a little line on the edge. And then a real square sort of fingernail there. Okay, so hands are tricky now, so take your time with that. And then we'll just kind of join it up. So like his body, say, just bumps down this way for his t-shirt. And then his sleeve of his shirt is just coming over his arm here. And we kind of got his elbow maybe. It comes up to his wrist. And then there's these little parts of his t-shirt that kind of stick out here. Right, we'll try and do the other hand. So this one's higher up, this one's lower. You could do them same height if you want, but just in the poster I'm drawn from, they're kind of different heights. So we'll just do a little box here. And then the finger, again, sort of bumps down. Kind of like that one, and it joins his thumb as well. Got a little box on the end of the thumb. And then thumbnail. And then the other side of the finger here. Next finger sticking out. So it's kind of stumpier because it's like coming towards us, kind of like that one. And the little wrinkles on the bottom sort of go around it this way. And then his little finger sticking down. Remember, hip pose, if I go too fast, hands are very difficult. They're just complicated, you know, there's a lot to them. So take your time. Palm of his hand here. And there's some fingernails just here and kind of the square side of his finger there. And we got to make it like attached to his shoulder because it's kind of just floating there. So we'll add like his t-shirt. Comes around like his chunky sort of arms. They're not sort of, there's no muscles really, they're kind of just blocks. Kind of like that. And then there's a bit taken out of his t-shirt here. And then you can put texture, and there's like little bits of rotten flesh and blood stains and all this kind of stuff all over him. Just little dots and little lines like that. There he is, zombie from the new Minecraft movie. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.